So, you've been called antisocial for canceling plans 3 weeks in a row, and now you're watching videos alone to justify your lifestyle choices. Congratulations, you might be experiencing the Hermit archetype. Or maybe you're just an introvert with good boundaries. Let's find out which one you can use as an excuse next time someone invites you to a baby shower. The Hermit archetype represents the inner journey, solitude, introspection, and the search for deeper truths. It's basically what happens when you decide other people are exhausting and wisdom is more important than having a social life. In Jungian psychology, the hermit withdraws from the external world to focus on the internal one. Kind of like how you withdraw to focus on self care, when what you really mean is you want to stay home and watch documentaries about serial killers in your underwear. The hermit even gets his own tarot card, where he's depicted as an old man with a lantern. The lantern represents inner wisdom, not the fact that he forgot to pay his electricity bill after moving out to a cave. Throughout history, hermits have been both celebrated and misunderstood. There were the desert fathers who believed in Egyptian caves, who lived in Egyptian caves to get closer to God. Basically, early Christians who took "I need some me time" to an extreme level. Then there were the Diogenes, who lived in a barrel and told Alexander the Great to move because he was blocking their sunlight. The original, "I don't care how important you think you are, you're ruining my vibe" guy. Eastern traditions have mountain hermits seeking enlightenment. They're like Western hermits but with better PR. When they do it, it's spiritual. When you do it, your family plans an intervention. Today's hermit archetype doesn't necessarily live in a cave. Modern hermits just say they're working remotely or have social battery issues. Same psychological pattern, better Wi-Fi situation. We've normalized certain hermit-adjacent careers. The eccentric genius programmer, the reclusive writer, the serious gamer. Society allows these because they occasionally produce something useful, unlike historical hermits who just produced beard length. Ironically, technology allows us to be physically isolated while maintaining the illusion of social connection. The perfect setup for modern hermits who want solitude but also need to see what their ex is doing on Instagram. Like all archetypes, the hermit has a shadow side. When isolation becomes avoidance rather than reflection, you're not a wisdom-seeking hermit, you're just avoiding your problems while calling it self-work. The shadow hermit can manifest in extreme social anxiety, paranoia, and disconnection from reality. This is what happens when you spend too much time alone with your thoughts and not enough time having those thoughts challenged by other people telling you you're wrong. The difference between enlightened solitude and problematic isolation often comes down to one question. Are you avoiding people because you're discovering truth, or because truth is uncomfortable? If your inner journey just happens to avoid all of your outer responsibilities, you might be shadow hermiting. Healthy integration of the hermit archetype means finding a balance between the meaningful solitude and genuine connection. It's having a rich inner life without becoming the weird neighbor no one has seen in 6 months. True wisdom comes from both reflection and experience. The hermit reminds us that we need time alone to process our experiences, but we need experiences to have something worth processing. Otherwise, you're just an empty hard drive defragmenting itself. The goal isn't permanent retreat, but strategic withdrawal. Like charging your phone before using it, not burying it in the desert to preserve the battery. So there you have it. The hermit archetype is why you feel refreshed after canceling plans, but weird after doing it 10 times in a row. It's the psychological pattern that makes solitude either your greatest strength or your comfiest prison. At least now, when you decline social invitations, you can say you're honoring your hermit archetype instead of admitting you just want to stay home and order takeout. If you enjoyed this explanation but are too socially awkward to comment, hit subscribe for more validations of your psychological tendencies. Until next time.